Hey, it's robert.balasabas here. In this video, I want to share 7 Chrome extensions that I use on a daily basis as a remote worker to really make life much easier for me, just easier to handle my day and save me time and just keep me as productive as possible. So we're going to jump right into it. The first Chrome extension that I use on a daily basis is the Marinara Pomodoro Assistant. Now, this is a fantastic tool that I use. Here's the actual Chrome extension itself here on this site right here, and I will have a link to all of the different tools down below in the description so you can go find them and click through them there. All right, so the Marinara Pomodoro Assistant allows me to work a certain amount of time for a certain block, and then it forces me or reminds me to then take a break. All right, so and the nice thing about the Marinara Chrome extension is that allows you to set up 2 types of breaks: a short break and a long break. And so what I have here is a focus time of about 17 minutes, and I can change this. I can increase or decrease this time and work really heads down for a certain amount of time. So for me, it's 17 minutes. It then reminds me to take a short break. I have it set up for a 7-minute break. And then every 4th break, you'll see here at the bottom, is that I can then take a longer break. All right, so I've got that set up to 15 minutes. All right, so what this does is just keeps me productive, but also forces me to take a break, get some water, right? And, kind of get up and stretch. And it is a super useful app, Chrome extension. I literally use this Chrome extension every single day that I'm working. So that is the first Chrome extension there for remote workers that I highly suggest. Now, the second Chrome extension that I use on a regular basis is 1Password, right? 1Password is an awesome tool, allows you to store passwords for you and your team to use. So I can use it to store my own passwords and then also put different passwords to different websites or tools or platforms or software. It can even store your credit card information, right? If you as a team are buying different things on the company card and you don't want to give team members the credit card number, it will store that there. And then you give access to 1Password to your team members. And then you can then use that login information or credit card information. And so you don't have to give information directly to your team. You can just give them access to 1Password, and then they can have access to different things. Now, you can also use other tools. There's also other alternatives to 1Password. One of them that I used in the past is LastPass. Now, I don't use LastPass at the moment, but I have used LastPass in the past. And so if you're looking for different alternatives, I would definitely suggest LastPass or 1Password, and they both work very similarly. So it's a matter of which one your team is willing to use and get on board with, of course, right? So that is the second tool that I use on a daily basis, second Chrome extension that I use regularly, all right? The next Chrome extension that I have set up is Zoom. Now, Zoom, for all of us working remotely, is pretty much a daily tool that we use for meetings, maybe webinars, live streams as well, maybe even recording videos. Zoom is fantastic, all right? So I use Zoom on a regular basis. Now, their Chrome extension allows you to set up new meetings. It allows you to start a meeting or schedule a meeting as well. Now, it's not the full use of the tool or the platform on Zoom, but it allows you some quick shortcuts to schedule a meeting and start a meeting instantly. All right, so Zoom is another Chrome extension that I use regularly. All right, so the next one that I use on a regular basis is a tool called Calendly. All right, so Calendly is right here. Calendly is fantastic. I actually created a tutorial video for beginners on how to set up Calendly and how I use Calendly. And hopefully, if you want to go check it out, I'll put a card at the top of this video. I'll be creating more content around Calendly. So if you do have any questions around it, let me know in the comments down below. Now, with Calendly, with the Chrome extension, it allows you to do a couple different things, really quick shortcuts. It pulls all of the different events that you have set up on Calendly and allows you to grab a quick link right here. So I can quickly copy a link right there. I can also check out really quickly what my Availability is on Calendly. If I share a meeting, a calendar with somebody, I can kind of see which options they may have available. And it might be true that I don't have any meetings available. So then I can go in and maybe add additional time into my Calendly account for them, right? I can also create a event or set up a one-off meeting as well using the Chrome extension. So that's super, super useful. All right. So hopefully you're finding value here so far with all the different tools. So far, we've gone over the Marinara Pomodoro timer. We've also gone over the 1Password Chrome extension, Zoom Chrome extension, and Calendly Chrome extension as well. Now, the next Chrome extension that I use on a regular basis is a tool called Google Keep. All right, now this is part of the Google suite of tools. So if you're using Gmail or Google Calendar, then you have access to this already. You can also just create an account. It's a free Chrome extension. Now, I love using Google Keep because it allows me to store notes, make notes, bullet point ideas. I even use it for building out scripts for video sometimes. I also have the mobile app for Google Keep because I use the Gmail and Google Suite quite frequently. I use Google Calendar for personal use. So Google Keep is fantastic. I can go into any website and I can click on Google Keep and I can make a note from that website, right? So, using the Google Keep Chrome extension. So it is a fantastic tool. I would definitely urge you, if you're a remote worker, I would urge you to use some type of note-taking app. It could be Google Keep. It could just be Notepad. But I like Google Keep because I can access it from whatever device I'm on. Whether it's, my desktop, my mobile, anything, I can access Google Keep. All right. So Google Keep is a fantastic, fantastic tool. Now, the next tool that I use in terms of a Chrome extension is one that I get asked about pretty often, which is really funny because it's not one I talk about, but people are always asking me when I'm on calls, is I use PageMarker. So let me just double check here if PageMarker will work on this page. Nope, we're gonna have to go to a different page here, but let's go to the Calendly page right here. And so when I'm on calls, I use PageMarker, and you see PageMarker right here. It basically allows you to scribble on the page. And I know, as silly as that sounds, it is a fantastic tool that I use all the time when I'm on calls, when I'm on demos, when I'm recording a message for somebody, and I'll show you what I use to record video messages. But I can say, all right, guys, well, the next step here is click on my account right here. And also, if you want to find pricing, you can find it right there, right? And so Calendly right here is an easy scheduling, hub for scheduling meetings. And, so you can see that it's very useful. And it allows you to sort of communicate your idea much easier when you're able to scribble on the page, just like if you were, doing a PowerPoint presentation or a lecture at a hall. You can really use PageMarker really, really easily. All right. So again, PageMarker right here, Chrome extension. And again, all of the links to all of the Chrome extension pages to install these Chrome extensions will be down below in the description. Okay, so we'll make that really easy for you. Now, the last tool that I want to share with you all is a tool that I use to record video messages really easily. All right, and that tool is called Vidyard. Okay, Vidyard. And I'll mention really quickly on an alternative to Vidyard if you want to scope that out. But I use Vidyard. They've got a free Chrome extension that allows you to record video messages. Okay, and so it's a free screen recording and webcam recording Chrome extension, which is fantastic. So whether you're, a remote worker that does tutorials, you can record your screen really easily and as well have your webcam on, similar to how I look right now to you with a little bubble at the bottom here where my webcam is. You can see my screen at the same time. Or you can just record the screen itself, or you can just record the webcam alone. And so sending messages that way. So this is fantastic, whether you're sending messages to prospects, if you're a remote salesperson perhaps, or a remote SDR or business development rep, whether you are a marketing person, talking to partners, if you are, a manager or somebody that's a people leader and you're sending messages to your entire team, right? If you are trying to train somebody remotely and show them and sort of document different processes to make, SOPs, right? Standard operating procedures, right? You can use this tool right here and it can save you. The nice thing about this too that I love about Vidyard, and also an alternative to Vidyard called Loom that I use quite frequently, is that it saves the videos on the cloud, right? So with Vidyard and Loom, it will save a certain amount of videos and then eventually you'll need to upgrade for the hosting, but it saves it on the cloud, and then you can share a link to that video on the cloud and you don't have to download it and then try to find a place to host it so that they can watch it. It's all on the cloud and it's all there. All right. So that is the fantastic thing about Vidyard, and also Loom. Loom is another alternative. I've used Loom as well in the past, but right now I'm just really loving and using Vidyard. All right, so there you have it. Those are 7 of the Chrome extensions that I use on a daily basis as a remote worker. Hopefully you find value in that. Again, if you want to download any of them, install them, all the links will be down in the description. If you have questions about specific tools that I mentioned today, would love to create more content, more tutorials around it, walk you through how I use it. So let me know in the comments which ones you'd like to learn more about. And again, my name is Rob.balasabas. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.